Hello everyone. Hi, I'm Mitrajit Biswas, and I wanted to talk a bit about my book. Before that, just wanted to introduce myself that I have been into writing for a long period of time, but this is something which I'm really excited about to talk about my book in the German book fair. I would have really have loved to have been here in person because the first country that I had visited, uh, as an adult for my studies had been Germany. I was in Bremen for a long time. Now, coming back to the book, I personally want to tell that this book has been written with a lot of effort, dedication, and love. This book is about the role of India and how India is emerging in the global scenario. What is the real context of India in the affairs related to Asia, the continent that India is, how it is playing a role in Asia, and how Asia is becoming very, very important, and what kind of role Asia has as well on the scene of the world, with India being a part of it, is what covers the major part of the book. Uh, the title of the book has been kept as The Three Shades from the Past to the Present and the Future, uh, the role of India in Asia and beyond toward the world. So there are three-dimensional layers out here which I've tried to really portray through my book title. It's a long one, but the idea behind the book title has been that how the various chapters of India coming up and really growing into an emerging force in the world, and its role in the global scenario, which is now become much more important and predominant, and it cannot be avoided, is what this book is all about. And also the role of India in Asia, because India has been growing as a country in Asia, and has a lot of role to play, as well as Asia has also become one of the most important uh, continents in the world, and it's become really important. So that is where the role of India and Asia is being looked at. Not to forget, without mentioning the context of being at the very forefront of the global changes, and the context is one of the most important and iconic scenarios for this book being written with a lot of love and dedication. As for the challenges that I really came across to write this book, is that initially I felt that this book deserves a lot of attention. So in the writing process, I wanted to make sure that the book does not turn out to be another uh, commentary oriented book related to international relations and political affairs. So that's why I wanted to make it much more conversational, and that is where the exact idea was also there. And I feel that the effort would really show. I'm very happy about it. So this is where the entire context of the book writing challenge has been, and also to divide the book into sections so that the reader can actually go through the various stages and really understand that what's the thought process behind the book, of how the role of India has been explained. Then in the next section, what is the role of Asia and how Asia is evolving, and most importantly what India has been doing. That is another important part which I decided. And finally then we look at the global scenario. So I wanted to make sure that as a writer, the transition process is easy, it's good, it's something that really works on, and I'm really happy that the way it has turned out to be. So this is one of the major things that I really wanted to make sure that the book goes on. As for the process of being out there, I feel that it's a great experience to really work on, and there are many other future works in the pipeline where I really want to continue from this book forward. The response from what I got initially from my close peers, family members, has been quite good and positive. That makes me feel very happy about this. And of course I'm looking for much more better response from this amazing Frankfurt book fair, which is one of the biggest in the world. Although the city I come from, actually in India, Kolkata, also hosts one of the biggest book fair in the world, and it's considered to be in the top 3 book fair in the world apart from Frankfurt and London. So I'm really excited and happy to be a part of this book fair, although I'm not physically present out here, but I hope that my book does make an impression on the readers from not only Germany or Deutschland, but also from other parts of Europe or other parts of the world, with so many visitors coming into this book fair. So it's that part of the journey, and the future works will also be in the pipeline, where I am really looking and focusing on understanding the dynamics of the global politics, and I think it will take it forward from here. And I hope that presently this book would be appreciated and it will be well received, so that I can take it forward and keep writing. And I personally feel that as a writer, it's the job of writing and being out there without really getting affected too much. Of course, critical feedback is very important and necessary, but the idea is to keep on writing, is to keep on improving, and also trying to connect with the reader. So this is what exactly I've also tried to keep this in mind, and I hope that this book will create an impression. It will make a positive impact on the readers, trying to understand and try to create an idea about India, which I think from my personal experience when I was in the Western world, I felt that the perception and impression about India still lacks from that image gap and deficit. But I think the scenario has changed over the period of the last 10 years or so, and now India has become much more assertive and a dominant and rightfully getting its important place in the global scenario. So I felt that what better time than to write a book on this subject. So the research work has been done. I have quoted a lot of sources about people who have worked on this kind of field. The expertise of the people who have created knowledge on these aspects have also been out there, which I've tried to put in. But as I mentioned before, I did not want it to sound too boring or too much scholarly in terms of the book writing. So I have put it in a conversational form and style, so that the people can actually enjoy reading this, so that the readers can actually feel a connect with me and feel like they're having a conversation with me. So the language has been kept simple, but it has tried to cover the important points which I feel are related to incidents of how India has really portrayed itself in context of the crisis, even as recent as COVID, or during the Middle East scenario, the political situations out there, or dealing with the Western world, be it Europe, US, Canada, and also the neighbors like China and Pakistan. So how India has managed to create a footprint of itself around the world, try to negotiate, created its own diplomatic pathway and mapping of itself on the large scale, also withstanding its own domestic problems and challenges related to population, poverty, pollution, but still coming up and being one of the major players in the world, and also trying to lift up the global south, or the so-called developing and emerging world, is what the book is all about. And I hope that it will be really well accepted and received, and I hope that also I will be a part of the book fair in person again very soon. So I hope that this will be a great success for my book, and I also wish the best for all the other writers, and I just want to tell them that keep writing, don't let anything affect you, and just be happy with your writing, and try to create a new kind of scenario and sensation in a positive manner, or a new kind of thought process with your writing. So wishing all the other writers as well the best of success, and to all my readers and the visitors out here in Frankfurt Book Fair, wishing you guys a very happy and successful and enjoyable book fair visit. And that's about it, and hope that we meet soon sometime. So ciao, this is Mitrajit Biswas signing off from India, Kolkata.